Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something we all need to do at some point, talk about ourselves. And specifically, we're going to get you comfortable with talking about your hobbies and what you love to do in your free time, all in English. So think about it for a second. When someone asks you this question, what do you do for fun? What's your go-to answer? Is it easy? Do you feel like you have the right words? Because, it's one of the first questions people ask when they're getting to know you. And that's our whole goal for this explainer. I promise by the time we're done here, you are going to have the words, the structure, and the confidence to share what you're passionate about with pretty much anyone.
Okay, let's dive right in. First things first, to talk about your hobbies, you need the actual words, right? So let's build up your core vocabulary.
Let's start with the big ones, the essentials. Things like reading, watching movies, listening to music, playing video games, cooking, and traveling. These are probably pretty familiar to you, and they make the perfect foundation for everything we're about to build.
But here's the thing. Just knowing the word cooking isn't quite enough, is it? The real goal is to use it in a full sentence. So cooking becomes, she enjoys cooking Italian food. See how adding that little bit of detail makes it sound so much more natural and descriptive?
All right, now for the fun part, the magic. Seriously, forget all those complicated grammar rules you might have learned. We've got a super simple recipe, a formula for building perfect sentences about your hobbies. And trust me, it works every single time. Okay, here it is, just 3 easy steps. Step 1, you start with a simple phrase like, I like or I enjoy. Step 2, you add the action, the hobby itself. And step 3, this is key, you just add ing to that verb. So I like plus play video games becomes I like playing video games. See? It's that simple. Of course, life isn't always just like. Sometimes you feel things more strongly. To add a bit more personality, you can really dial up the intensity. For those really strong feelings, use I love or even I hate. Or if you want to show you're making a choice, I prefer is the perfect way to go. And you know what the best part is? Our little recipe still works perfectly. Take a look. They prefer watching action movies. It's the exact same pattern we just talked about. This just goes to show you how powerful and flexible this simple structure really is. So we've got the words and we've got our sentence recipe. Let's put it all together and see how this actually works in a real conversation. It's time to actually start talking to people. A good conversation is a two-way street. So it's not just about answering, it's about asking too. Here are the key questions you'll want to have ready. You can ask something friendly like, what do you like to do? Or a little more direct, what are your hobbies? Keep these handy. And here it is, live in action. Speaker A asks the question. Speaker B jumps right in using our recipe, I like playing and listening. And look, they even combine 2 hobbies. Then Speaker A responds using the very same pattern. I enjoy going. That little back and forth, that's exactly what a natural, friendly conversation sounds like. Want to level up your answer? Make it sound even better? All you have to do is add one more word that explains how often you do your hobby. You can use common ones like these, from always at the top all the way down to never. Just by adding that one little word, usually, you've given the other person so much more information. You're not just saying you watch TV. You're explaining that it's a normal part of your evening routine. This is how you start to add real depth to your conversations. Okay, so we've covered the vocabulary, we've got the sentence formula down, and we've seen how to build a conversation. You officially have all the pieces of the puzzle. So now it's your turn to put them together. So what does a fantastic, really confident answer look like? Well, it looks something like this. Notice the variety here. I like, I often play, I enjoy. It mixes up the verbs, adds how often it happens, and gives some specifics. That right there is the kind of awesome answer you're aiming for. So let's end with a question for you. You've got the tools now. You know the patterns. Using everything we just went over, think about it. How would you describe your perfect day? Your answer to that is the very first step to mastering this. Thanks for joining this explainer. Now get out there and keep practicing.